Hi, welcome to my channel and to today's video. My name is Steve with Joy and Success Coaching, and for today's video, you get a book review and you get a book review. Look under your seats. Everybody get a book review. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the book Build the Life You Want from Oprah Winfrey and Arthur C. Brooks. Oprah Winfrey, I'd imagine you recognize as the television show host. She is also an author. Arthur Brooks is the creator of the popular How to Build the Life column with The Atlantic and is also a best-selling author of the books From Strength to Strength and Love Your Enemies. He's also got a background in quantitative research. This book from Oprah Winfrey and Arthur C. Brooks came out in 2023. This book contains about 200 pages broken up over around 8 chapters. This gets broken down into essentially 2 sections, one of which is in regards to managing your emotions, and the other is in regards to building what matters. In one of the early introductions, on around page maybe 30 or so, during a story about Arthur C. Brooks' mother-in-law, they begin to talk about what the book is and isn't. And they quote, "You will learn how to manage your life in new ways. However, unlike other books you may have read," and we've read them too, it says in parentheses, "this one is not going to exhort you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. This is not a book about willpower. It is about knowledge and how to use it. This is not another book about minimizing or eliminating your pain, yours or anyone else's. Life can be hard, much harder for some people than others. This book will show you, if you decide, how to deal with it, learn from it, and grow through it. This book is not any kind of quick fix for your life. Instead, this book is just the start." So, the very first chapter of this book, Build the Life You Want, has a title that almost might shock you, and it is called "Happiness is Not the Goal, and Unhappiness is Not the Enemy." And that is an important starting place. They define, to some degree, what happiness and unhappiness are and are not, and they make the important distinction that happiness does not necessarily mean a life devoid of unhappiness, and that unhappiness does not constitute a life with no possibility for happiness. That there are going to be times when being happier is a lot more obtainable than being happy. Hap also is an Old Norse word which means luck, fascinatingly enough, and other such facts like that are found all throughout the book. Mr. Brooks's background as a quantitative researcher makes it so that there are a lot of references throughout the book to different studies and statistics. Actually, the bibliography in the back of the book has almost probably 30 pages or so worth of studies that they've cited and other articles they've used in their research for writing the book. This book, if I was to go through it looking for individual quotes of mind-blowing and inspiring nature, would require me to make this an almost hour-long video where I quote basically every other page of the book. This book is full of statistics, research, really important thoughts, both from Arthur's work as a writer with The Atlantic and from other sources. The book also includes, at various ends of chapters, little notes from Oprah talking about how some of these experiences come from her lived background, how some of the times she's been able to find the most gratitude were during stressful times, such as a lawsuit back in the 90s involving beef companies, and a lawsuit they had filed over something she had said. and how despite the unhappiness that comes from being on trial, she was able to find gratitude for the small things. It also talks about the various areas of your life where you could begin to apply some of the metacognitive tips for a happier life, such as focusing on areas of family, friendships, finances, and faith. They actually talk a bit about the various studies on how focusing on those four areas, your faith, your finances, can result in increases in happierness in each of those areas. And when you put them together, they become like the four walls of a house, right? A house with two walls probably isn't going to hold a roof up and protect the innards. So this book, I think, is a really wonderful book. I'm really glad I've picked up Build the Life You Want from Oprah and Arthur C. Brooks. I think this is a book I'm certainly going to read a second, if not third time, that a lot of the information in here is really actionable, really well written. Again, Arthur's background as a columnist helps inform the approach to writing found all throughout. It's readily understandable, but has a really vast vocabulary. So it's a book you'll definitely want to absorb and think about. I couldn't recommend it enough. Obviously, Oprah Winfrey is not a woman who's going to put her name on too many things without them being very well edited and well considered. So yeah, if you're looking for more information on how to obtain a happierness about your life and how to exhibit gratitude and joy and compassion, this book has a lot of information. And if you guys are looking to talk to anybody and start to put together a plan for a happier tomorrow, you can feel free to reach out to me at joyandsuccesscoaching@gmail.com, and we can talk briefly about scheduling an appointment and how my coaching program works. I'm hoping to hear more from you guys down in the comments, and I'm also set to review later this month the book Set Boundaries, Find Peace by Nedra Glover Tawwab. I've just finished reading this one as well. I'm looking forward to talk with you more about that. Well, I'll see you guys down in the comments section, and I'll see you next week. You take it easy.